Greetings. Today is Tuesday, December 28th, I believe. Anyway, I want to talk to y'all about anger today. Sometimes we get mad. Real quick, I'm recognizing a lot of people, yeah, we know hurt people, but we don't recognize hurt until we see the fruit of hurt. And I want to say, it's just time to grow up. Ain't no sometimes about it. It's time to grow up. If you pass 25 and you still holding on to childhood hurts, recognize what your hurt is. Maybe you can't. Maybe it'll take you to something happened for you. But when you recognize that you trying to change everything and everybody around you, that's a sign of no inner peace. That's a sign of hurt. And especially when you lash out quick, when you think you strong because you can put somebody in their place. When people just trying to have a basic conversation, when people just doing their job and following their protocol, and you get so quickly offended, and you gotta show, hey, hope, this is my. At the end of the day, everybody got their own bag of issues that they got to deal with. Nobody on this earth is perfect. And we can live behind the excuse of I'm not perfect, so I do not have to modify my character. And it's crazy how people try and put other people, manipulation, out to do their dirty work when they are really the ones who scared to handle their own business. For example, I do not want to confront a person, so I send another person who can manage their emotions a little better and probably can handle themselves a little better than me out to do it. So it's not on me. So that when I see this person, I don't have to say, well, hey, it wasn't me. They went over there. Whatever happened between y'all, I just, wanted, y'all to do this, and, be careful of that manipulation. I was talking with a person, and they were a friend was delivering them a washer dryer set, and their guy friend was upstairs and didn't want to come help, talking about his feeling awkward. And I'm just like, well, just because there's two males involved with this female, like, how is it awkward when he's going to benefit from the washer and dryer set being delivered? I'm just like, that don't make sense. But okay, he man enough to want to use the washer and dryer set, but don't want to be man enough to help bring it in, because the female is the mutual friend between the two guys. It's like, okay, whatever. But I just look at that boy mentality of I can hide behind the female so I don't have to man up and be responsible. It just amazes me. And oh, by the way, the female is helping out getting the stuff together, whatever. I'll just be like, dude, where do these guys come from? But hey, I'm gonna just say this: the more you guys don't man up, the more guys like me take advantage of the opportunity for financial increase, because certain guys gonna get the work done and aren't limited by whatever the situation is. It's like, hey, this is an opportunity to make money. But it was weird talking with my colleague about that. I was like, okay. But hey, some people just don't want to take responsibility for their emotions and hide behind mama, or my lady who is being my mama right now, because I'm living off her. And I have seen several guys just living off females lately. I mean, I can't say it's a lot. I can't say it's a majority, but it's a lot. There are plenty of situations like this. I've seen an increase in rooming houses. Males and females are living there, but it's just like, wow. Times are getting so tough, I can't stand on my own 2 feet. I mean, right now, opportunity for manufacturing in America is wide open because we're so dependent on overseas stuff, and it's hard to get stuff off the ships, obviously. Nobody really wants to do the work. Nobody wants to do self-work. No one wants to do laborious work. Well, let me not say nobody. There are not as many as there were in the past who want to do labor as have been done before. I really feel sorry for a lot of these people who just refuse to want to grow up. Yes, it takes work. Yes, it is not comfortable. Yes, it requires help outside of you. Yes, it requires being vulnerable with somebody to say, hey, look, help me see what I'm going wrong, where my issue is. And stop being mad at mama and daddy because they didn't do it like you think they should, and you blaming them when you 25, 30, 40, 50 plus years old and you still holding on to this stuff. They did what they could. They did what they knew how to do. It's over. It's in the past. How much time are you gonna spend looking in the rearview mirror about what shoulda, coulda, woulda happened, but didn't? At some point, you just gotta grow up and grow past that. You gotta mature. You gotta mentally change. So it must be a paradigm shift. It must be a change of your perspective on how you look at stuff, and say, hey, I have to be responsible and manage my own emotions. I have to take responsibility for how I plant seeds in other folks' lives, how I plant seeds in the universe to reap their harvest that comes back to me, how I treat people, whether friend, family, foe, or whatever. I have to take responsibility for that, because if I don't, guess what? I will be reaping that harvest. We can listen to all these people that have something to say, but is it effective? Are their lives fruitful? What are they manifesting? At the end of the day, God said, he who can conquer his own soul or spirit, or manage his, basically, he who can manage his emotions can conquer a city. So if you're not powerful, you're not going to get a kingdom. And meaning, if you can't manage your emotions, kingdom territory is going to be very difficult to be received, especially through godly ways. I mean, you can do manipulation, but it only lasts for so long. People are only going to allow you to manipulate them for so long before they say, so long, I'm gone. What do you want? What do you want out of your life? Where do you think you're going to be? Where do you think you're going to be when you can't manage your anger? When you're dealing with your kids and your temper flies off the handle so much that you cannot correct them in an effective manner? What are you bringing into the world? How are you molding your character so that your kids have an example of something to say, hey, at least I saw some change there. Hey, they didn't act like this. That was unfruitful or unproductive. And the sad reality is we got children raising children who are 30, 40 plus years old children raising children. So if you never grow up, how can you help the next generation? Even if it's your niece or nephew, how can somebody look up to you when they're looking to you to lead? And you're supposed to be able to lead. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Stop getting mad at the person you laid down with, because when you was laying down with them, you decided that you was gonna have this child bound. You received the seed, or you planted the seed, and obviously the child was born. So guess what? We got to take responsibility for what we did and stop getting mad at them. They gonna be who they are, who they've evolved to be or always been. Take care of your child. Do the best you can to have peace with the co-parent. After that, you're not responsible for it. Stop trying to fix people. That's manipulation, and it's not your job. Guess what? God is God enough to let people deal with enough of their own crap and shortcomings and ineffective practices so he can show themselves as they are known so they can grow from it. And if they don't want to grow from it, they're going to keep hitting their head in that same wall, keep getting that same sword. And at some point, they got to realize hurt them. And I don't know. I just look at some of these people with whom I interact, and it's just like, are you for real? Oh, okay. So I'm at a store, and it's a female bringing the refrigerator out. I'm doing a delivery, and you know, I help load it up. I'm like, you know, but company policy, she got to pull it out of the store. I ain't tripping. The thing's like when it's on the dolly, so you know, I help load it up with another guy. And once we got it loaded up, she's maneuvering it through the store to get it out. Guy number one crosses in front of us as we're moving this thing, and I had to catch myself. Anger. I had to catch myself because I know if I released any word, I was going to go off on him because of the rudeness. I don't care if you said, excuse me, you see us moving with some heavy equipment, common courtesy says stop, let this person pass. They're already in the lane, in position. You're going to cross through and over because whatever you got going is way more important than what we got going on. And a lady pulling the thing, pulling this, you know, heavy equipment, but it's okay. Then male employee number 2 comes through, and so I'm there, but I'm bringing it down, and because I'm trying not to fix somebody. So this is employee number 2 comes up, flirtatious. Hey, let me grab that cart. Okay, older guy. He grabs the cart, brings it outside. Okay, I let the thing down, load it up, and I said, hey, can you just pull this over here so we can get it off? Oh, no, my bag. I said, man, look, let me tell you something. I know this company's policy. If a customer asks you to grab a pencil for them off the shelf and walk it to the thing, to the counter for them, that's what you're obligated to do. I know this company very well. Shop here too many times. So he shuts up immediately. And I said, don't worry, I got it. But no, you're wrong, based on company policy. I didn't ask you to lift it off. I asked you if you could just roll it up, move it over here so I could get it off. No problem. I moved the cart. Me and my dad detach it, lift it on there. Employee number 3 comes through, ready to try and help out. I said, it's cool, man, I got it. Younger guy, you know what I'm saying? You know, he did not say a word, which I was glad he didn't. Because I'm like, if he's going to defend this guy, I'm like, dude, you know, you finna catch something that you don't really need to have. And I said, you know, to the older guy, I said, hey, look, I apologize for hurting your feelings. Because I can tell by your nonverbal communication that you and your feelings. Not my intention, but the intention is, I'm not asking you to lift a thing. I got it. You know, me and my dad got it. So, and by the way, my dad's 71 years old, but we had it. It's like, dude, I'm not asking you for nothing, but you was quick to grab this cart from this lady. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be a gentleman or whatever, which I get it. You know what I'm saying? You know, you attracted, feeling whatever. But when I ask you, the customer, to just position it toward the end of the trailer, you got a problem with that. You crying like, you know, you're gonna hurt yourself to roll it 5 feet over. Anger management. I could have went off. I could have cussed them out. Oh, I said that. Wait a minute, they growing toast, and you talking about, yeah, well, you know, hey, I'm growing, and I'm giving a testimony about my growth. I didn't cuss them out. But the spirit of cuss was on me. I'm going to say it like my pastor said, the spirit of cuss was on me. I wanted to rip a new one in them because I was already singed from the first guy, but I just held it in, you know, and made the delivery and kept pushing. So me and my dad had a laugh out of it afterwards and kept moving. And I'm not saying